Nobody asks how you're doing because they already decided you're fine, you're always fine, you're the strong one, the one who has it together, the one who shows up for everyone else's breakdowns, but never has your own. Somewhere along the way you became so good at being the person everyone leans on that they forgot you're human too. That you break too, that you need someone to hold you the same way you hold everyone else. You answer, I'm good. So automatically it doesn't even register as a lie anymore. It's just what you say because the truth feels too heavy to drop in casual conversation. Everyone calls you when they're falling apart, and you show up every single time. You listen, you advise, you carry their weight like it's nothing. But when you're drowning, nobody notices. You drown quietly, politely, without making a scene or asking for help. And by the time anyone realizes something was wrong, you've already rebuilt yourself in silence. You've become the emotional landfill for everyone around you, the place where people dump their pain and walk away lighter while you were left sorting through their mess alone. And the worst part is, you can't stop doing it. Because somewhere deep inside, you believe being needed is the closest you'll ever get to being loved. Nobody checks on you because you've performed independence so well that people believe you were invincible, that nothing touches you the same way it touches them. But that's not strength, that's survival. It's what happens when you learn early that no one is coming to save you, so you learn to save yourself. You don't know how to ask for help because asking feels like defeat, like breaking the image of control you built, like losing the only identity you've ever been praised for. The loneliness sits in your chest like a stone, heavy and invisible, surrounded by people who love you but don't really know you. They know the version of you that listens, fixes, comforts, not the one that cries in the shower or lies awake wondering if anyone would notice if you disappeared. You smile through pain because everyone else's problems seem bigger, and you convince yourself yours don't matter because you've handled worse, because you're the strong one. You've been the therapist, the caretaker, the emotional first responder for so long, you've forgotten how to just exist without carrying someone else's crisis. And when you try to rest, to set boundaries, people get uncomfortable. They call you distant, they say you've changed, as if your exhaustion is betrayal. The truth is you're not distant, you're depleted. You're running on fumes, surviving on obligation, smiling on autopilot while your soul begs for a pause. The exhaustion is bone deep, not just from helping but from pretending it doesn't cost you anything, from acting like strength doesn't hurt. You resent people sometimes, not for needing you, but for never offering the same energy back, for taking without even noticing what it costs you to give. That resentment makes you feel guilty because you're supposed to be selfless, the one who never keeps score. But even saints run out of miracles eventually. Here's what nobody told you when you were learning to be strong. You didn't choose strength, you chose survival because being weak wasn't safe. You became independent because depending on people always led to disappointment, and loneliness became easier to control than hope. Now that strength has become your cage. People need you to stay strong because it benefits them, not because it heals you. And breaking now feels impossible because it would shatter the version of you everyone depends on, the one they admire but never really see. The truth is you're not unbreakable, you're just skilled at hiding the cracks, at functioning through pain, at disguising trauma as resilience. That's not strength, it's adaptation. It's the coping of a child who learned too soon that safety meant silence. You don't trust people to show up because they never have, not in the way you've shown up for them. And you've mistaken endurance for peace. Late at night though, you know the truth. You're tired. Tired of being strong. Tired of holding it all. Tired of pretending you don't need anyone. Being needed isn't the same as being loved. But you've blurred the line so deeply you can't tell the difference anymore. You think if you stop being useful, people will leave, and maybe some will. But that is how you'll know who truly cared and who only stayed for what you gave. So here was what you need to do even though it scares you. Let someone see you struggle. Not the curated version, but the real one, the messy, tired, honest one. Practice saying, I'm not okay, without softening it with a joke or a reassurance. Let the truth exist without apology. Find one person who can hold space for your pain without fixing it, without turning it into theirs, without making you feel guilty for having it. If you don't have that person, it's time to be honest about what your relationships really are. Connection or transaction. Start asking for help in small ways. A ride, a favor, a conversation. And notice who shows up without hesitation or scorekeeping. Yes, it'll feel wrong at first. Your trauma will whisper that needing people is dangerous, but you can teach it that it's not. Stop carrying everyone's weight like it's your job. Stop being the emergency exit for people who never stay to rebuild with you afterward. Start saving that energy for yourself because you deserve rest, softness, care, and love that doesn't require earning. The people who love you won't leave when you stop performing strength. They'll lean in. They'll hold you. they'll finally see you. And those who disappear were never really there, only attached to your utility, not your humanity. You've been strong for everyone else for too long, but now it's time to be gentle with yourself. Let people see the cracks, the mess, the softness underneath the armor, because that's where your real strength lives. Nobody asks how you are because you taught them not to, but you can teach them again, starting now, by showing up as human, not perfect. Because being human, vulnerable, emotional, imperfect, has always been the bravest kind of strong there is.